Hello everybody, and thanks for joining us today on the Oakland Car Review. Today we are in western Michigan in a city called Holland. And behind us here, we have Lake Michigan. It's freezing cold out here. It's about 16 degrees. We have about 40-mile-an-hour winds and lots of snow squalls, snowstorm coming up on us here. So we'll definitely be able to put the 2014 Mitsubishi Outlander GT V6 to the test with its super all-wheel control drive system. Well, as you can see, the Mitsubishi Outlander has been redesigned for 2014. We have a nice updated look on the front here. We have a lot of cool tech features like laser-guided cruise control, lane departure warning, things of that nature. And of course, we also have our convenience features as of keyless entry and push to start. So now let's go take a look at the side and rear of the vehicle and see how it looks over there. Now coming along to the side of the vehicle here, as you can see, it's a pretty long vehicle as far as that goes. It's about as long as the Explorer, and it's actually a little bit taller than the Explorer, believe it or not, but much thinner. So, nice amount of space, headroom and such. Pretty basic design here. We have our wheels, which have a nice alloy design. They're stamped inside, of course. They look pretty nice. And then stepping along to the back here, we have these interesting styling points. We have this white rear tail lamp here. Sort of interesting, nothing too amazing though as far as the design overall of the vehicle goes, but it looks nice and updated and fairly streamlined. So now let's go on the inside and see what's happening in there before we all freeze to death. Now inside of the Outlander GT, we have sort of an interesting theme going on here in the interior. It's not really quite sure what it wants to be as far as sporty, luxurious, or rugged. We have this wood paneling trim over here on the passenger side, which is sort of strange considering that we have this very nice, in my opinion, black finish right here on the driver's side. And then we have some very interesting seating positions here with how the dashboard sits. It sort of feels like an old Land Rover Discovery type of feel, how you kind of sit up and there's the large dashboard. So it's kind of a rugged feel going on there. So, not really quite sure what it wants to be. However, the fit and finish and the quality of the interior is quite good. Nice soft materials throughout the dashboard. Nice leather-wrapped steering wheel, comfortable seats with a good amount of side bolstering to keep you in your seat while turning. Again, here's this wood trim in my side door panel. Not sure why we're doing this, but it's okay. And then as far as the steering wheel mounted controls go, we have our paddle shifters right here, which are very large and quite nice steel. And then as far as our laser-guided cruise control goes, all that can be operated right here from the steering wheel. And yes, it does have a laser-guided cruise control, which is an interesting tech feature that they put into the vehicle. We also have lane departure warning and forward collision monitoring. So if it feels that you're rapidly approaching on a vehicle that is braking or stopped, then it will actually automatically apply the brakes for you to try and avoid a collision or at least make the impact much less severe. Now this is a 7-passenger vehicle, which is good. The third row seating in the very back is quite condensed, shall we say. However, the middle seats can move forward and backward, which is nice to give them a little bit more legroom. However, there is no air or heat vents in the rear, which I find sort of strange considering that this is a 7-passenger SUV. However, the air vents up here are adequate to get enough air back there, but again, a little bit strange. So we also have our Mitsubishi multimedia system here. I'll go ahead and demonstrate that. So now this screen right here, we have again the Mitsubishi Motors multimedia system. We have our GPS navigation information. We have our audio controls, and then we have our mode, which consists of the Sirius satellite radio, the Bluetooth streaming, which is very nice. We can automatically stream Bluetooth from our phone, from the music that's on our phone. So that I like that a lot. It's a great feature. Okay, so here's the system again. We have our GPS. We have our audio, which will display the information there when you're streaming a song. Then we have our mode button. We have our Sirius satellite radio, Bluetooth audio, USB input, AM and FM radio, which is equipped with HD. So it's the HD radio, which is very nice. So extra clear, extra crisp sound. However, we also get that great sound quality from the premium audio system here that we have on this vehicle, which is very comparable to any sort of Bose system that we find on any other vehicle. So let's go ahead and take this vehicle on the road and see how it does with its super handling all-wheel control drive system. So right now we have it set up in snow mode since we are driving in the snow. And we have the super handling all-wheel control, which is nice. Put it into reverse. We have our backup camera, which is very useful, as you might imagine. Car is easy to see out of, though, regardless. It's pretty easy to see out of, so that's good. So, driving the Outlander GT V6. Well, my first thoughts on it are, it's pretty solid car overall, just driving. It has a nice, again, rugged feel to it. The driving has a nice good feel to it for the most part. It's a little bit wallowy in the turns when there's no weight in the back or anything like that. But once you get a little more weight in there, then it takes care of that issue. Steering is pretty decent. And then as far as the power delivery goes, this again is the V6. And we have just over 200 horsepower and right around 200 pound-feet of torque. So, it would be nice to have a little bit more power. But, the amount of power that we are getting out of this does a good job of keeping the vehicle on track and everything like that. So, now again, we have the all-wheel drive system in this vehicle. There's our button right down here, which can change our selection. We have the all-wheel drive Eco, and which basically is really front-wheel drive bias. And then we have our normal mode, which uses the computer to decide which the front wheels or the back wheels get more traction. Then we have the snow mode. Then we have our lock mode too. So we have the 4 different driving modes. Right now we are getting about 23 mpg on the highway, and we've just been driving very normally. However, we are in the snow mode, we're not in eco mode or anything like that. And in the city we're getting about 16 mpg, 17 mpg in the city. I could probably get 18, maybe 19 if I tried real hard, but anyway, that's what we're getting right now as far as gas mileage goes. The vehicle starts around $20,000, and in this model right here we have fully spec'd out, so to speak. We have, again, the premium sound system, the big engine. We have the leather interior, the nav system. We're right about $35,000 with all the options and everything like that. So, it's a very reasonably priced SUV as far as the SUV segment goes for 7-passenger seating that we have in this vehicle. It's hard to find a SUV that's really under $30,000 that seats 7 people. So this is definitely a very economical choice if that would be your need to do that. So overall, the 2014 Mitsubishi Outlander GT V6 is a very capable vehicle, whether you be on the road or off the road. We definitely had a good time driving over to Western Michigan to try this vehicle's super handling all-wheel control drive system in the snow. So we had a nice about 2 to 4 inches of snow over there, so that's nice. Right now we're headed into Chicago to see how this vehicle does as far as city driving, so we'll definitely keep you updated from there. Overall, the 2014 Mitsubishi Outlander GT V6 is a very capable vehicle, whether you're in a huge metropolis like downtown Chicago or powering through 6 inches of snow with its super handling all-wheel control in Western Michigan. However, I would like to see a few refinements of the vehicle. This is with the interior sort of styling. They just can't seem to figure out whether it's a luxury vehicle or whether it's a sporty vehicle. If you are looking for a 7-passenger seated SUV that has a nice starting price of around $20,000 that can come equipped with lots of tech features, then this car is definitely one to be considered. Well, that's all for today, and thanks for watching this episode of the Oakland Car Review.